Years ago, my mother had taken my 3 older children on the Queen Mary to England, and we had the 3 middle children. And Bill and I decided to leave the Jersey Shore for one summer and go to Cape Cod, see what that was all about. We had with us an out-of-sorts 4-year-old, and we had decided to take a day trip over to this faraway island called Nantucket. He acted up most of the trip over, and it was a 2.5-hour trip on the Nobska. So when we got there, we were worn out, and we decided we couldn't go on a tour bus with this child. So we hired an old salt, a fellow with a sea captain's cap there, a taxi driver, to take us around on a private tour. The child did not want to get into the cab, but the cab driver said to him, "Oh, son, that's no way to act," in a very kind and gentle voice, but yet commanding. And to our astonishment, the child looked up at him quizzically and got into the cab. That was the start. I guess it was the cobblestones on Nantucket that lulled him to sleep, because mercifully he went to sleep so we could enjoy the fruits of the island. Well, it wasn't long before we got out of town and saw these vast open spaces where the sun and the sky and the earth seemed to meld into one unit. And there was a peace and serenity there that came up from nowhere to envelop us. This cab driver turned out to be quite a philosopher too. I asked him a couple of questions on the way back after watching all this wonderful scenery. "How do you feel when all these people invade your island in the summer?" He said, he says, "we love it." He says, "After all, they're our livelihood." And he said, "We all know it's a short season." And then I said to him, "How about your children? Do they want to leave the island, or are they content to stay here?" He says, when they get out of school, they all want to go off. Once they find themselves in the real world, they're only too glad to come back. And he says, once you realize that everybody knows everything about you on this small island, it's a wonderful place to be. Well, over the years, we were to find out that there is a real world and there is Nantucket, and they are really two different things. I came away with my first message from Nantucket. This child that was so out of sorts, it's a short season, and he'll grow out of it. This will pass. And that was a very valuable lesson that I got from Nantucket. Well, years passed, and my brother settled on Nantucket. He became a builder there and a scalper. And we went to visit him on Thanksgiving. And having Thanksgiving on Nantucket is like being a pilgrim all over again. The weather that year seemed to be perfect. It was warm. We could tour the island with my brother. We could take in the bounty of nature. It was wonderful. So my brother happened to have a spec house next door to where he lived. And at the end of the meal, I said to him, "Jim, what would you think if we bought the spec house?" And he said, "Mary, would you like a house on Nantucket?" I said, "Well, I never thought about having a house on Nantucket, but, here we are, and it sounds like a good idea." And my husband nodded approval, and he said, "Well, he said, you buy the spec house and sell it, and then I will build you a house." So that's how we happened to have a house on Nantucket. It all just happened. My son, Tom, was the oldest. He was at Boston College at the time. He became an apprentice builder to my brother that summer as they were building the house. They hand-hewn all these beams. A lot of soul went into the bones of this house. Between my brother's love and my son's persistence and work, all of a sudden we came up with this jewel that was to stay with us for 45 years. My children always had summer jobs there. Billy worked in the laundry. The girls did tours. They all worked in restaurants. This was how they got into the world of work up on Nantucket. Not only that, but the boys painted. Everybody had to do their fair share. We had to clean out the garage. We had to do the gardening. It was all homegrown labor. And I think that the children learned that you have to sing for your supper. I mean, if you're going to enjoy this place, you're going to have to do your share to enjoy it. And that, I think, is one of the most valuable lessons that our family took from Nantucket. I can remember very well. I would go to bed at night, and my husband would stay up with the children, and he would play poker with them. And that's how he learned about their personalities, who was a risk taker, who was not, and who would end up with all the money at the end of the night, and who would be broke. And it was such a valuable learning lesson. Owning a vacation house was something new to him. And he was not exactly what you call a born handyman. However, when he got to Nantucket, he would love to clean out the garage, hoe the soil, getting ready for the garden. A part of him came out that he never knew himself. And I think that's the only place where he really enjoyed working in a physical sort of a way around the house. I had to laugh because he bought every tool that you could possibly imagine. And I'm not sure that he used the tools, but he knew they were there if somebody needed them. And that was his outlet. And I would find myself sitting on the deck, looking at the vast expanse of nature and listening to Frank Sinatra records. And this to me was heaven. No matter how many times I did it, I just loved it. We didn't even consciously realize how much nature was affecting us, how much we were learning from nature. It's certainly like an anchor to my family. Every time one of them would bring in a prospective spouse, right away they would come to Nantucket, and kind of how they acted in the family and appreciating the nature and the bounty, I think really had a tremendous effect on whom they would choose to marry. We called the house My Share. My brother gave us a quarter board for Christmas one year, calling it My Share, because we shared that house with hundreds of people through the years. Off season, we would send people who had lost their children for some reason or who had diagnosed with cancer. I mean, people we didn't even know. We offered the house to them. And the only payment I wanted was I had a journal there, and I wanted everyone who came to the house to write in the journal some of the things that they experienced on Nantucket. Another great thing, I don't know whether my brother consciously realized this or not when he built the house for us, but he has only one child, Ellen, who is a special needs child. And we have become so close to Ellen, everyone in my family, and we have developed a sensitivity and awareness. They're happy people, joy-filled people who just love singing, they love parties, they love fun. And when you walk down Main Street in Nantucket with Ellen, she's like the queen of Nantucket. Everybody says, "Hi, Ellen. How are you, Ellen?" Ellen is the best known person on the island, I think. But as the in-laws came in and the marriages came in and then the more grandchildren came in and great-grandchildren came in, I was there for the whole summer and Bill was there with me for most of the summer after he retired. And one family after another would come. So we got to really enjoy each family as a unit over a period of a week or two that we never would have had that opportunity probably had we not had the house in Nantucket. Nantucket was working its magic on us. Nantucket is very subtle. It doesn't hit you with a brickbat. It just, over time, very patiently seeps into your psyche and your soul, and you become a part of this wonderful place, and it becomes a part of you.
The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter winds, they have come and gone. And still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. The summer wind, warm summer wind, the summer wind.
Changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion. Although I might not seem to care, I don't want clever conversation. Never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Need to know.
Well, when the saints go marching in, as the window saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be that number when the saints go marching in. Well, up there I'll see my Savior who redeemed my soul from sin, and with extended hands he'll greet me. Yes, when the saints go marching in. Well, when the saints go marching in, yes, well, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in your number when the saints go marching in. Jesus, yes, up there I see Paul and Silas too. They're gonna walk around, all around, all the streets of the glory. Hallelujah, when the saints go by. Well, now when the saints go marching in, ooh, the saints go marching in. Ooh, oh Lord, I've got to be in that number. The saints go marching in. Well, now when the saints go marching in, hey, when the saints go marching in.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. Gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me, as a smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. La la da 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 da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with David, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. Stoned. Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, and the manager gives me a smile. 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Oh, la la la, di-di-da. La la, di-di-da, da-da. Sing us a song, you're a piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my trouble, that's what you do. All the morning sun and all its glory, reach the day with hope and comfort too. And you fill my life with laughter, you can make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Brother, love is divine, and it's yours and it's mine like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one. Say, have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Like the sun, at the end of the day, we will give thanks and pray to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my trouble, that's what you do. Take away my sadness, fill my life with gladness, ease my trouble, that's what you do. Fill my life with gladness, take away my sadness, is my trouble, that's what you do.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. Get a table near the stream in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, a bottle of whites. It all depends upon your appetite. I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life.
That's life.
And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
That's life.
I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd jump right on a big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
That's life.
That's life. And I can't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my heart won't buy it. But if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. My.
All my my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blown his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Then close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the times I won't have to say. Kiss me and smile for me, tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go.
Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours. Think of all the great things we would do. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we'd choose, we'd fight and never lose. We were young and sure to have our way. Da 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 Just tonight I stood before the tavern. Nothing seemed the way it used to be. In the glass I saw a strange reflection. Was that lonely woman really me? Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. Those were the days. Oh yes, those were the days. Through the door there came familiar laughter. I saw your face and heard you call my name. Oh, my friend, we're older, but no wiser. For in our hearts. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we've just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future and our goals in sight. We know we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters with me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, guys. Get up, everybody, and sing. We have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, hey, I got all my sisters with me.
in this life, in this life, oh sweet life, coming in from the cold. We're coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, woo, coming in from the cold. It's life, it's life, it's life, it's life, it's life, it's life, it's well, coming in from the cold. We're coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Coming in from the cold. It's you I'm talking. Well, yes, you, silly bum, oh, you I'm talking to now. Girl, why do you look so sad, look so sad?
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with fog. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with fog. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
One more kiss, dear. One more sigh. Only this, dear, is goodbye. For our love is such pain and such pleasure that I'll treasure till I die. So for now, dear, au revoir, ma belle. But I vow, dear, not farewell. For in time we may have all love's glory, our love story to tell. Just as every autumn leaves fall from the trees, tumble to the ground and die, so in the springtime, like sweet memories, they will return as will I, like the sun, dear, up on high, will return, dear, to until tomorrow. Goodbye. One more kiss, dear. One more sigh. Only this, dear, is goodbye. For our love is such passion, such pleasure. I will treasure until I die. Like the sunbeam upon high, will return, dear, to the sky, and we'll banish the pain and the sorrow until tomorrow.